Hello, all you wonderful people. Welcome to another episode of the Log Mansion Let's Build. Today, we are back, ready to make some house, ready to make some rooms, all sorts of crazy things that we enjoy as a collective together on a YouTube video based around Minecraft building. That's right. That means we're building something, and I don't know which one we're going to be doing because I haven't decided yet because this is kind of dysfunctional. This house, I'm going to say, is a bit dysfunctional. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because sometimes dysfunctional means a bit more creativity. It's not traditional. This is not a traditional house. It's not like, okay, here's a kitchen, living room. This is like a palace where we have hallways for the sake of having hallways. And usually, I'm against that kind of thing, but in this house, it might be a good thing. I think it's a good thing. It might be difficult to make some sense out of some of the things in this house, but I think in the long run, we might get something a bit more creative than we would have had if we were a bit more organized individuals. So now we have to decide on what we want to work on today, yeah? So, last time we finished... Why am I talking like this again? Last time we finished off here, working in this room with a cool little fireplace. And it was dandy. And I'm going to see if I can create something, you know, just today. Just make something that makes sense, you know? Like, why is this so tall compared to this side? This is how tall this place should be right now. So I'm gonna work with that. I'm gonna do that. So, this is gonna be the ceiling for the third floor? Yeah, third floor. This is how big it should be. It shouldn't be anything, taller or shorter. This is exactly what's supposed to be because that's what is designed right now. It actually should be a little bit shorter. Let me see, how tall is the first floor? It is 3 blocks tall, not even 4 blocks tall. How tall is the second floor? 4 blocks tall. It's supposed to be 3 blocks tall. Oh, see, this, I don't know. I'm running into complications from the last time I built this. It's been months. Probably a month or two since I started this. That's what it's supposed to look like, but it doesn't. It looks different. Like, it's supposed to look like that, but it looks like this. So, I don't know if you want to, like, retrofit. Yeah, see, I made the roof like that, 3 tall. So, that's how tall it's going to be for here. And that's how tall it's going to be for the rest of the build. So we actually have to lower these pillars a couple blocks so that everything is in line with everything else. It's not too bad, you know, it's not the end of the world that we have to lower the ceiling. It's just that, you know, this room is massive intentionally, and then everything else gets kind of tiny looking. We do have a lot of room. So although it's 3 blocks tall, it's 3 good blocks tall. It's like, what we can do is, you know, the roof stops right here, but we can increase kind of like the feel by having rooms like this and stretching everything out like vertically. So instead of just a 3 block tall roof, we have a roof that is 3 blocks tall but has a really nice 4th block feature. And that's how we're going to go about building this house. I've gotten better in the time that we started this build at building, so that's going to change some of the dynamic. That's not too bad though. I think we can work with it. I just had a coffee, so that's good for energy, but I start coughing. You know, I start getting a little trickly throat because of the acid reflux that is associated when you drink coffee. Also, I did this stairway wrong. It's supposed to end right here. See, we're learning. We're learning. We're learning about our mistakes. This is how tall this is supposed to be. So it goes up and then it ends right here. Okay, I'm getting it. All right, is this like a... Is this a thing that I want? Is that what I wanted back then? Like, did I want this to be part of like the roof? Let's work with that. You know, when I need inspiration, I'll look for randomness. Like, I did not mean to make it like that, but I'm going to have it like that now. You know, that's going to come out over here. I think that's going to work out pretty well, actually. I don't know what I did here. I don't know what's going on in this. This is a nice sitting area. It's public. It's pretty dark. I don't know. So I'll do some thinking, and I'll get right back to you. I am back. I've never seen Lord of the Rings, but I bought the DVD collection. Yeah. I've never seen it before. I'm sorry. All you people, I just left for a little bit, and Hobbit was on, and I've seen all the Hobbits. I didn't like them too much, but people tell me that the Lord of the Rings is a lot better, so I'm gonna watch it. And I just bought on Amazon the total, you know, all of the DVDs, all of them, every single one. So it better be good, because I'm gonna be really angry at a particular person for suggesting them. But I've been thinking that I should build this more like a castle, and I think I just got like a burst of inspiration. I'm like, whoa, this is exactly what I need to do right now. Got to build a castle all the way. Right here. That's not what I'm supposed to do. I did that wrong. But if I do set pieces, okay, it's hard to explain. It's very artistically bound. But if I do things kind of like just in line, certain weird shapes, like this. See this? So this was the original one. It was just all the way up. And now we have this one. Now we have a third one. I'm going to make a fourth one. To all you people that are building this in survival, I'm sorry, I warned you. This is not to be built in survival. My God. I fear for those. It's just like, what are you doing, Fancy? What are you doing? You're killing me. I'm sorry. I never meant for it to be built in survival. Also, that's going to look a little bit weird, but it's okay. I'm going against what I normally built because it's going to be covered up. It's okay. It's okay. All right, now I'm getting some stuff that's not supposed to exist. Oh, I see. It doesn't actually like intrude. So, that's fine. I'll just have it kind of go through it. There we go. Now we can work with that. We can do stuff with this. Like, we can connect them all, and then that creates a framework for the build. So if I go around just connecting each pillar that's standing straight up, we will have something that, you know, can be replicated, can be worked on, and, you know, it just ends up looking a lot more organized. You'll have set pieces. That's what we have to do. We have to create different areas that all communicate with each other in a certain way. This block, although completely irrelevant from everything else that's ever been built in this house, communicates with itself. You know, a sense of symmetry, and I really dig that fact. So much I'm gonna actually bring this all the way into the new roof. And this is gonna have its own roof. See that? It's gonna dig right into this thing. And then on the exterior, we're going to expand it all the way to the edge over here, and it's gonna have its own little roof section, and it's gonna look so beautiful. Because we organized ourselves and created a set piece. Now, not all set pieces have to talk to each other. This set piece is one set piece that's, okay, it's like, it doesn't do anything. It's just in the middle, and it lines itself up with other set pieces. Like this set piece, it didn't matter what this looked like, as long as it lines up in the middle with this one. This one also communicates with this room, a very minimal amount, just the width. If you see, the width of this is dependent on the facade and of this. So this is one set piece. And this set piece, you can see from the top, it's going to go all the way, maybe even to the back. Just extend that way. Our second set piece comes in through the side now. This set piece right here has no boundary to anything. That's why I don't like it. This is why it's dysfunctional. Because it's just there. There's nothing happening at all. Like, it's just, like, it's added on and it's useless. And that set piece is communicating with this facade. The facade looks nice, but there's no organization. Once we start getting set pieces, then we can start making rooms and we can customize our build to our liking. This is the most useless part of the entire build. I built this a long time ago. I don't know if I agree with It's layout. It's just there. But now we have the set piece right here that's organized. So it's like 1, 2 blocks, 1, 5 blocks, 1, 2 blocks, 1. So the next one's going to be 5 blocks, right? Let's see if it communicates with anything else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't line up with this. See that? It doesn't line up at all. Because this build was built just dysfunctionally. Of course, we don't have to necessarily make it align because this was built to align with this part. See, you know, here the first set piece, it's a 4 spacing because that's what only would fit. And then 5 spacing because that's what would fit. Maybe we should just make it fit, you know what I mean? And that's when we start getting, you know, stuff that's constructive and isn't dysfunctional because you can tune it so that it's not dysfunctional. If we just went ahead and did the 5, right? And just made a random pillar like right here, that would be in the way, especially once we did the next one, which is a 2 space. That's dysfunctional. That is not aligned with this set. So what we might do is actually align it with this pillar or make it symmetrical in some way so that it doesn't ruin everything. So rather than doing a 5 space, I'm going to do a 4 space. And that's going to line up with this part right here, this main pillar. If you look, that lines up. And then, as you may know, we are going to create the middle block right here. And we're going to create the last block right here. That lines up with the this set piece right here. And now it lines up with this dysfunctional piece, which is a little bit less dysfunctional now that we aligned it with a set. I'm making all these terms up, by the way. I'm just like, this is what I'm calling them. This is what I think about when I make a build that is very large and requires organization. And as you can see, now we're creating hallways, we're creating rooms. They might not necessarily be like super functional, but as you can see, we now have a section that is connecting to other parts of the build. I might remove this so then we can have like rooms up here, and I'm going to continue this along this way. So there's a 3 block spacing right here. We probably won't be changing the 3 block spacing. Only the space between the sets. That's all we'd be working on. So I would never change like each individual like cube right here, each individual block of 5 by 4. But I will change the spacing between them. But since they align so well right here, the reason I'm not going to change the separation, like from the left and right, is because the longer we go, it creates this long hallway that can be used to access other parts of the house. I mean, if you take a left that accesses this part, this might go on that way, and it's a good enough spacing that we get a really nice hallway or room wherever we go. And that is what's being created with these set pieces. And that's why it's important to use symmetry in your build, even though asymmetry may not be present. So this house is very asymmetrical. I forgot a word in that sentence. This house is very asymmetrical. But the more we work on it, the more we find that symmetry does keep a balance in the house. And that's the most difficult part. You know, how far do you need to go? I know a lot of people, a lot of build teams, they just kind of make some random amorphous, you know, home. It's like, okay, we're gonna go 2 blocks like this, and then 1 block right here, and then go out like this, but then we'll go out like that, and then like that. Like, you need some symmetry. You need to have order if you want to have function. And if you don't have that, then you just get, you get like an art piece. And that's kind of what we're going for. But the symmetry keeps it like, you know, bound in reality, still has function. It's not stupid looking, if you know what I mean. Like, we're seeing some dysfunctional assets right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my symmetry to bring that up, because it goes in 1 block here. I'm going to go in 1 block on the other side, and now we have almost like a wall or an entrance. And it's that weird effect. It just so happens to line up when you use set pieces in the right way. Things just line up randomly like that because you're thinking symmetrically. They're not actually lining up, but you know how to deal with them when they're dysfunctional. See, instead of, you know, keeping that 5 spacing, I decided to mess with this, with the set, so that it fit this wall, and now it's going to fit this entrance, and it's going to fit the wall again. Now we have another pattern. Instead of just, you know, 2, 5, 2, now we have a separate set that is communicating with this random piece right here. We have a 4, 3, 4. And then it works. It works so well. I might skip the 4, I don't know. Yeah, I will. We're lining up with an already dysfunctional thing, so it's okay. And I'll show you what I mean. Like, this is a 4, but we start when we do here the space of 3. Is that right? Yeah. So see this? Oh, okay, never mind. I'm thinking incorrectly, because we still have that, we're just putting a new section. We're not doing another space. So here. Oh. See, I messed up. Either I messed up, or this is really dysfunctional. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm just going to mess with it, like, in a broader sense than I was going to originally. I have to. Like, I have to do that. Like, there's no way I would be able to, you know, keep some symmetry. I would like to. It would be weird, though, to have this side have a 4-wide hallway. It's actually, like, off to the side. We can work with it, though. We can work with it. This might be more of a room. When you lack that symmetry, it's more of a room than a hallway. Like, and you just block it off right here. Right, and yeah. So you have that, and that can be a room. I probably wouldn't have it as a hallway. We have the central hallway right here. We turn here. But we could have a room right here. We can do something with this. It's not huge. It's great. Fits. See, now we're running into problems because I wasn't thinking about this when I built this part originally. We'll continue up here. Kind of hurts to mess with this set. I have a feeling that none of you know what I'm talking about. I might describe it. I'll do a tutorial on it maybe. Just describing sets and stuff like that. Just making pieces of the build that happen to align with other pieces of the build very nicely. You can see them right here. Like, the first set just coming across here. The second set coming across sideways. You can see this part that doesn't line up with anything, which is why I'm having trouble. But, yeah, you can see the fact that I'm just making this go all the way across. And creating, you know, and as we go along, we can mess with them. Like, let's say, it would be better if I just moved over on this floor if I moved over this wall. That's fine. But you just need a basis. You need something to work off of. I don't know what to do with this right now. Ooh, I just had an idea. So we had a set of 4 right here. If I did 4, it would extend past this. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be, yeah, there we go. If I did 4, it would line up right in front of this part, which would be great for a facade. So we're actually going to keep that symmetry for this build on this section. So we now have an endpoint on the left side of the home. I'm definitely going to work around this thing because that thing's just ugly. It is ugly fugly. See, this set has now given us, like, something to work with. We now know what we're doing. So, that's good, that's good. We're good here. We're gonna go, we're just gonna add this over here. I'm not sure what I'm doing, how I'm doing for time. I might check in a bit. But I'm sure we're doing pretty good though. Might turn the gain down just a little bit. Alright, so if we come in here and we just start looking around, we have that symmetry now. Let me remove this. That's symmetrical with here, here, and here. And this can now be extended farther back and maybe wrap around here and connect with the other set. I'm so excited. This is cool. This is really cool to me. I like this a lot. And you should too. So we connect that there. As you can see, we have like this wall right here. This is the set we were talking about, like 1, 2, 3. That's that part. That's that roof looking thing. And we added previously these blocks. And we can do that. We can alter the set, and it works out so good. I love it. I love it to bits. Yep. That's fine. Oh, that's a spacing between them. Oh, I get it. So that's like that. We'll mess with it later. This is just going to be a flat wall anyway. It's not going to be too important. So, let's continue. Let's just finish up this. I'll check the time, and then we will end the episode relatively shortly. But I really want to see what else we can do with this build. I'm seeing some potential hallways, some potential rooms. It's definitely more of a palace than just a mansion. It is big. And the way I'm building it is not like a mansion. It's more hallways than there are rooms. And in these rooms, I'll probably have more Minecraft-related stuff rather than, you know, other things. It's more meant just for the exterior anyway. Which is why I'm doing the sets, so that we can get the exterior done and maybe work on the interior later on. So we now have that. Look at that. Look at that. It's so, like, beautiful. I love it so much. Let me contain it real quick. And just start connecting these parts all the way. Oof, I think I'm getting my Taco Bell soon. So I should finish this up. That's good. That's good. Okay, I'm having a little trouble here. All right, you can see it. You can see it forming. Oh, it's so good. I love it so much. Look at that. You can see all the way over there. And then this is the side of our house. And we'll have another entrance here. We'll have another facade, and we can edit the facade. It can like come out a little bit, but for now we have something to work with. I think I just messed this up. That's not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be right here. Yeah. All right. And we're just gonna connect this top part. I know it looks a lot like log right now, but this is how I built my my old house. This is how I did it, and it worked out pretty well. I might take a look at it later because it was a bit more organized in the interior, because it was more built like a home rather than just a pallet, rather than just a mansion. It was a home. Look at that. Our set is now longer than the part we've actually already done. And that's the organization that we need. Next episode, we might work a little bit on this side. But I should check the time. We might actually have a little bit of time. We might not. I will check. I'll be right back. Wow, that looks amazing from back here. I definitely want to work on kind of like the land surrounding the mansion. Might almost just be as important as the mansion itself. But that looks beautiful. I love it so much. It's so majestic. It's so grand. That's why I love this build and why I came back to it. Because I missed it. I missed this feeling. So we've hit the end of the episode. So if you enjoyed this episode of the Log Mansion Let's Build, be sure to leave a like and comment. Let me know any ideas you have. Let me know what you really care about. Like, do you like the way we build systematically now? Or did you like the more amorphous, just inspiration-fueled way we went about it, which did happen to get some dysfunctionality. But I don't know, both ways has it, both both ways have their perks. I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know what part of the build you really want me to, see built. I know I do really want to work on the outside. I might do that one of these days. The surrounding land is just so pretty. What I should do is create this set and make it go all the way back so we can start working on some of the more advanced pieces of the house. Like one episode we only did this, but today we did all that because it's more organization, and then you come back and fill it in. So that might be a good way to go about this. Let me know what you think. Stay fancy, my friends, and I will see you guys later. Skype messaging me. Whatever. Bye-bye.